Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural.
And organic.
But strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
Glory Days coming up. Talking about Daniel Murphy, and who's talking about him?
And Tiger Woods is having back surgery. I mean, will that prevent him from breaking the record for most majors in a career?
We'll see. Mets and Yankees off the slow starts. Talk about the Knicks. Are the Rangers the best team in town?
Stick around to the end. Mr. B will do a song for you. Glory Days coming up right now. Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, April 6th, 2014, and you are watching the Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco. My name is Paul Discofani. This is my good buddy, Bruce Oler. And you are joining us on inravio.com, where we broadcast to the world in glorious high definition right here from Long Island. Matt and Ken are behind the glass today, and this is going to be the last Sunday Glory Days show.
This will be the last
This
time.
will be the last time. Is that an omen?
Dropping a hint,
of
baby.
things
Dropping
to
a hint on
come.
that
Anyway, we're going to be moving to Saturdays at 10 a.m. beginning next week, right before the Admiral Mike Ferrara and the cast.
And I saw the Admiral the other day.
In his new venue,
band.
right?
I went down to Freeport to see them.
How were they?
They were great. They were great. You know, it was their first gig, so, you know, actually their website said they played Led Zeppelin, and at the end they say, "What do you want to hear?" I yelled Led Zeppelin. They go, "Oh, we don't know any." I said, "Your website says."
So you're calling them out.
I did. They did an impromptu version of, I said, I'm trying to think what song it was, The Battle Evermore. It was actually pretty good. But they ended after the first verse, so they didn't get through the whole song.
Well, you know, they're a new band.
That's right.
That's right. And they're ready.
So we'll be seeing him. He'll be our new neighbor.
He'll be
like
our new
he was
neighbor.
back in football season when they were doing their Code Red show Sunday mornings right after us.
So expect Code Red. Expect Code Red Friday. Code Red Saturdays at 11 o'clock following this here Glory Days show. So 11 o'clock is never guaranteed anymore.
No, I don't think so. I think they'll be pulling the plug on us at 11 o'clock no matter what.
No matter what happens. This is a 60-minute show from now on.
This is known as time management enforcement. I think is what this is.
We're going to have to be running out at exactly 10:59 every Saturday.
I'll probably be sitting over there just getting ready to play.
Yeah, you'll be in the new studio.
That's right. Well, that's right. This will be the maiden voyage of Studio B.
Is that? Do we have a name for that new studio?
No name yet.
All right, we're going to call it Studio B for you.
There you go, for Mr. B. There we go.
We could do whatever we want. There's no naming rights yet. We'll just put a flag in the thing there. All righty. So, this is a sports show. Mm-hmm. You know, we do need to know about sports and things like that. So, we did not go to opening day this year.
Yeah.
First time in years that we didn't go. And it was kind of...
Well, I've missed a few over the years. You've been more regular than I have.
I'm much more regular than you are. But it was. I didn't go to opening day because it was a little bit of a mini protest on my own because of the ticket prices for opening day.
Yeah, you said they were like $150 or something?
Oh my God! The seats that we have, which are about $49-50 a game during the regular season.
But they depend on the opponent too, right?
Right. But on a normal, right. I understand how they can go from $49 to $59 or maybe even $69, depending on the opponent. And that's the way they have them priced. So when they're playing Atlanta or, rival-type teams.
The Yankees?
No. We're getting there.
Okay, cool.
It does go up to $59 and $69, that particular seat. Okay. And if you've never been to Citi Field, but you've been to Shea Stadium, it's a loge-level seat behind home plate, right?
Good seats.
Really, the best seats that we've ever had since we've been going to Citi Field. But on opening day, and the 2 games against the Yankees, which are the 3 days that they're virtually guaranteed a sellout, that ticket is $169. Wow. Okay, that is more than... I did the math. Yeah. That is more than 3 times the face value of the ticket for every other game.
That's obscene.
And it is. And you know what? As much as I love that team, I said, you know what? I'm not doing it. I said, I just out of protest. Plus, remember, we would get a 6-pack of games. And the 6-pack was the favorite. But the 6-pack would always get you an opening day ticket. That's how we would get our tickets to opening day. No more 6-packs. The smallest number of games you could buy now is a 10-pack. So, that really annoyed me more than anything else because a 10-pack of games is just, I wouldn't say it's way too much, but the 6-pack of games worked out very nicely for us because we would just go 1 game a month, which is plenty, So opening day comes, I'm at work, didn't even take the day off, right? There used to be 2 national holidays for me. One was opening day of the baseball season, and the other one was the day after the Super Bowl. Those used to be my 2. I always used to take those as my
floating holidays.
Because
you were floating, baby.
So I didn't even take the day off, and I'm watching, kind of keeping track of the game on Gamecast from ESPN Network.
Right. Well, you're in a steering committee meeting.
Yeah.
Send me updates.
And I get a text message from Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin says, I wish I was at opening day. And I said, you know what? He's right.
It was a raw day, though, man. It really was. Earlier today it snowed. I was driving out to Jersey, and it would snow on the way. But I heard it out here. It was like 3 to 4 inches of snow
I had
on the
to
ground.
scrape the snow off my car.
Wow.
That's how bad it was out here on Monday morning.
I was paying a little attention to it, too, and I see that they hit a home run. They were up, and it going into the 6th or the 7th inning, it looks like they're going to get this game won. Kind of reminds you of the Islanders, No lead is ever safe,
No. And we'll talk a little bit more about this later on in the show, about the pattern. But it seemed runs early, no more runs, good starting pitching, bad bullpen, lose the game. So.
Well, that was the story of the 3 games against Washington, the team that you picked to win it all. So you really... you hate to see them get swept. But it kind of identified, I think, the flaws in this team. They don't have a bullpen.
You definitely could tell the difference between Washington and the Mets.
Yep. And the flaws the Mets have are obvious. They have no relief pitching, right? Bobby Parnell gets injured too, right?
Right.
And they got this 3-headed monster, or they're trying a stupid thing at first base, where they got some problems with it.
Yeah.
So as of Thursday, you're thinking, boy, this is going to be a horrible season.
You know what? I never gave up on the season so early, ever.
After 3 games against the team that you're figuring is going to be the team to beat,
right?
Regardless.
And it wasn't that they lost.
It was the way they lost.
It was the way they lost.
Yep.
The loss just exposed everything that everybody thought was wrong with this team.
Yep.
Came, very much. So me, because I was drinking the Kool-Aid.
You're the eternal optimist there, aren't you?
Although I pride myself as being a pessimist.
Yeah.
Because
Pride yourself.
Well, yeah, because if as a pessimist, I'm never disappointed.
Well, that's what they say. He who expects the worst is never disappointed. That's right.
Alrighty. So the big story.
Yeah, I guess
of
was this
opening day
controversy, though, right?
was the fact that little Daniel Murphy,
Little Daniel Murphy. Okay.
a
Little
guy
Jerry
who
Seinfeld.
played 160, only one of two players.
Yeah.
Right. To do 100. There were two players that played 161 games, and there was one player that played 162 games. Right.
Really?
So, and that was it the whole year. He decides the night before opening day, Sunday night, his wife, her water breaks. Right. Now you got to remember Daniel Murphy's wife is in Florida. Okay.
Why?
Well, because she likes Florida. No, that's where their home is. She couldn't.
That's a hell of a commute, man. You know.
She couldn't make the trip north with them.
I see.
So she just stayed in Florida, right? So her water breaks, he has to leave. He gets on a flight, he gets there just in time for the birth of the son, right? He has to miss opening day. Tuesday's an off day. He decided to take one more day, which is within his rights. And whether it's within his rights or not, you and I both know what it's like. And anybody who's had a child in, the
And this
last
is the first
2
child,
decades.
too. It wasn't like,
The
well, I
first
mean,
child.
whether it's the first one or not really is
No, but
irrelevant. I guess,
right,
really.
it is irrelevant. So he decided to take the extra day,
And he's getting chastised by a bunch of bozos.
Right.
You know, and I shouldn't say, I don't want to really put Boomer Esiason in the same category of bozo as Mike Francesca.
But I have to tell you that Francesca's comments, not that I expected that from him, but coming from him, I could understand. Coming from Boomer, I didn't understand.
Well, I think Boomer's kind of retracted a little bit, too, I think is what I've read. You know, I think he realized he created a firestorm and he really didn't need to.
Actually, when it came from Boomer, I thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
You know, but Francesca, I knew, because he just made
What did
one
Francesca
comment.
say?
Okay. We got that Francesca quote? Okay. So this is what Francesca says. He says, one day I can understand, and in the old days they didn't do that. But one day, go see the baby be born and come back. You're a Major League Baseball player. You can hire a nurse to take care of the baby if your wife needs help.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's one of the most ridiculous things you've ever heard. Okay, but it gets worse. Okay. You would figure if he just said something like that, it was just an off-the-cuff remark. Mike Francesca is one of those those old school Neanderthal type guys, maybe. Okay. Then he says, "What are you going to do? I mean, are you going to sit there and look at your wife in a hospital bed for 2 days? Your wife doesn't need help the first couple of days." If you said that to your wife after she gave birth, what do you think she would do to you? You would never have another child.
That's true.
The word castration comes to mind, you know? All right. So, bad enough.
You know,
he goes on. He's got another one. He says, I guarantee, you're not sitting there holding your wife's hand. I had 3 kids and was back to work the next day. My son Harrison was born at 9 in the morning and I worked that afternoon. What was I going to do, sit with my wife in the hospital? Yes! Well, granted, you're not going to be sitting with her the whole time because she doesn't want you there.
Yeah.
You know, what does she want to do? She wants to rest. She wants to sleep. She just went through something that men don't want to do.
Men can't do.
No, but even if we could, we wouldn't do it. The population of, God knew what he was doing when he gave childbirth to women.
No, you think so?
Oh, yeah, because, listen, man was made in God's image. So he knew.
This is going to hurt.
We got to give it to somebody else because I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Because if it was, never mind. So, at any rate, so I know that the birth of my children.
Now, let me ask you one
there.
question. I mean, it was first Boomer making a statement, right? And then it was Francesca.
Right, Boomer was in the morning. Now, Boomer in the morning, we have another quote, a quote from Boomer. Did I give you that one? Okay.
Here we go.
He says, I'd have told her to have a C-section. before the season starts.
Yeah.
I have to be there on opening day. All right, let's put this in perspective for a second, okay? A baseball season is
that's right.
162
That's exactly right.
games.
A football season
about 2 games.
Yep.
Okay? And what both of these imbeciles seem to, and I use that term lightly, okay?
Lightly.
What both of these imbeciles seem to not even mention is that, especially Francesca, okay? Your wife gave birth down the block, so to speak, from where you work, okay? Your wife was not in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't get on a plane to go see your wife and be with her at the time of the birth of your first child, okay? You know, both of us had children and might have gone to work that same day. I know I did because my child was born at like 6 in the morning, okay? I was there for the birth. I had my eyes closed. I didn't watch. I couldn't. I remember the doctor saying, come see. And I said, no, I don't want to see that.
I'll take a pass on that one.
I got to go back there at some point. I said, I don't want to see that at all. You know, I said, I'll come over here and hold her hand and do that type of thing. And when the baby comes out, you know, you go like this, you catch the baby, and you know. But I didn't want to see it. But I then, after she was ready, she was going to go to sleep. The baby was fine and healthy, thank God. And I went home. I slept for a couple of hours, and I said, you know what? I'm all excited. I'm going to go to work. I had my little cigars and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to work.
That's
you know?
right. That's a good question. Did he give out cigars when he got back?
I would. That's the question I would have asked him when he came back.
And what kind?
I gave out the Philly blunts.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I went to 7-Eleven. What else did they have at 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Think I'm giving out $10 cigars?
You should have. To your close friends, of course. You know.
So, and I know you had a very unique experience because, you see, you don't remember. Your child was born on the day that the Mets were in the World Series in 1986 in Game 3. Okay? The rest of us had gone to a bar because, you know, obviously you couldn't come. And then you showed up. Okay? And remember Maddie Wynn? Maddie Wynn bought champagne.
I do remember that. We were at Ebbets Field Cafe.
Ebbets Field Cafe, that's right. That's where we saw we saw that home run. But again, you know, and then you're going right back.
What was I going to do?
What was I going to do? Hold her hand the whole time?
Mike Francesca's right. You know?
But, you know, so Mike, this is what Daniel Murphy had to say, okay? He first of all, he said he got some text messages, so he did acknowledge that he was getting bashed. He says it's going to be tough for her to get up to New York for a month. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. That's the awesome thing about being blessed, about being a parent, is you get that choice. My wife and I discussed it. We felt the best thing for our family was for me to try and stay an extra day, that being Wednesday, due to the fact that she can't travel for 2 weeks. So he's not going to see his wife. Plus, the Mets are going on a road trip. You know what I mean? You got a brand new baby, first baby.
Yeah.
Are they kidding me?
To me, this is much ado about nothing.
Absolutely.
You know, this is a non-story. But it took up 15 minutes of our time.
Right, so the really funny thing he said was, I don't know, what's the next one? Did I give you guys another one? I forget which one. Oh, yeah. We had a really cool occasion yesterday morning, about 3 o'clock. We had our first panic session. Okay. It was dark. She tried to change a diaper and couldn't do it. I came in. It was just the 3 of us at 3 o'clock in the morning, all freaking out.
Wow.
He was the only one screaming. I wanted to scream and cry, but I don't think that's publicly acceptable. So I let him do it. You know what? He's a kid.
Yeah.
Murphy. I mean, everybody's a kid to us nowadays. Any athlete is a kid to us. You know what? To be there for that moment, it's priceless. You can't get that back.
That's right.
You know?
That's
and
right.
A baseball player's career means that you're going to miss a lot of stuff. It's almost like you were a consultant for a long time while your kids were
You're on the
growing
road.
up. You know, you're on the road. There are things that you miss.
I'm still on the road.
And you're still on the road. You know. By the way, you know what he named the child?
No.
Noah.
No, oh yes, that's right, that's right. And then somebody say, oh, after Noah's, well, Syndergaard, you know.
I don't know, we have to ask Bobby O'Brien.
Get that guy Billy on the phone. Okay.
He said, I told Syndergaard, he's the other Noah in my life.
Yeah.
He says, people are going to think I named him after that monstrosity that throws 1,000 miles an hour.
Monstrosity, that's an interesting choice of words to name it for a teammate.
So Daniel Murphy, Glory Days takes their hats off.
That's right.
And
that's right. You know, we talked a few minutes ago, you mentioned something about castration.
Yes.
Okay. And
the C word.
Yeah. So anyway, sports show, of course. You know, the final. We're down to the final two now, right?
I don't know. Is that
UConn beat Florida. They were a number 7 seed, and then Kentucky beat Wisconsin 74-73 last night.
So Kentucky and UConn.
And it's another seed against the number 8 seed. The game is tomorrow, but they wound up winning with a 3-point shot at the end. Okay. Kentucky. And one of the teammates talked about this guy, says he's got a great set of onions, is what he says. So, onions.
His teammate would know.
They had a quote, you know, he was quoted saying it twice. Actually, it had onions in parentheses. So I don't know if he actually said that or not. But
no, if that's what they put in, that's not what he said.
Yeah, no.
That's what he implied.
Well, that's when I was looking at I was getting ready for the show. I said, well, let me see what's going on here. And it had onions twice in parentheses.
So he didn't say he had a great set of balls?
Well, cojones, I don't know.
Cojones, that would have been a good word. Yeah. Yarbles.
Yes, fuzzy yarbles. Fuzzy yarbles. Okay.
All right, enough of this
tomfoolery.
Nonsense. Why don't we take a short break?
Okay.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to talk about Tiger Woods. Withdrawing from the Masters. He's going to have back surgery. He's having, I believe, a microdiscectomy, which is interesting.
Sounds like an expensive procedure.
Stick around. After that, we'll talk to Timmy the Trotter. We'll talk about the baseball season, talk about the Mets, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Knicks. How are we going to cram all this in 1 hour?
We have to.
We have to cram it.
All right.
So stay with us, and when you come back, bend over, because we'll be cramming everything in, because we want to get out of here. Onions included. Now that's a feat. All righty. Stay with us. You're watching The Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco right here on InRavio.com. We'll be right back. InRavio.com.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural.
And organic.
But strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
Hey, this is Gina Cotillo from The Gina Show. Come join us every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for celebrity interviews, Reality Reel with Billy Charles, funny stories with Brian Kinnear, and much, much more. The Gina Show can be found only on InRadio.com, broadcasting to the world. So come and catch us.
To the Glory Days show at Bruce and Disco. We just would like to say, listen, Audrey, don't worry about it. We will take care of your appointment problem.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Okay.
Don't worry. You don't have to show up. Last week we had a little story about the Arizona D-bat dog.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you don't remember the story, the Arizona Diamondbacks came up with a brand new concession this year. It's the only place you can get it is in Arizona.
Okay.
And it is an 18-inch corn dog. Okay. That's filled, and that's it, right above our heads there. It's filled with bacon, cheese, and jalapenos,
doesn't it?
and it's served on a bed of French fries.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? If they had just taken those 2 cups of sauce
put them
and put them on opposite sides of each other.
Wow.
Do you think that was the first picture?
Yeah.
And then they said, no, we can't do that? You're a bad influence on this show, I want you to know.
Is there a slit at one end?
It's almost like a, oh man, I gotta be politically correct here. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna let it go. I can't find the right word.
Anyway, you can get that at his Arizona game for $25. Okay. It was such a hit.
Yeah.
That they sold out by the time the second game of the season came.
What do you mean they sold out?
They sold out. They didn't have any more.
So
I don't think it's something that
so they're going into mass production now or
They
something?
have to go into mass. Team officials reported that 300 of them was sold on opening day. And that during the second game, they sold the remaining 400. I guess, maybe it's not something that they could make and freeze. Maybe it's something that I don't know. But corn dogs are deep fried. All right, Matt, I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. Matt wanted to know how much toilet paper they used at the Bob, by the way. That's the name of the stadium, right?
Yep.
Bob and Weave. What was it?
Neil and Bob.
Neil and Bob. Right?
Neil and Bob. There we go.
All righty. So they only prepared 400 of them. But now the Diamondbacks are going on a road trip, so they'll be able to make more of them. So that's the continuing saga
of the D-bat dog.
D-bat dog out in Arizona. You know what? I would think you'd have to at least buy one and try it. Mm-hmm. Matt will definitely try it. All right. All right, that's enough. Either say those things on the air or... All right, never mind. Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Let's talk about our good buddy Tiger Woods, who you almost met.
Almost met.
Well, you were very close to him.
There's a picture of me.
There's a picture of you and your brother.
When he won that Open back in
2002.
2002.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me and my brother sitting out in the stands. It was in Newsday.
It was in Newsday, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I should have brought that picture.
Yeah, I should have too. It's on my Facebook page.
I actually have it on my.
And it's circled. I'm circled.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I circled it.
So anyway.
At any rate, so Tiger Woods is going to undergo microdiscectomy surgery.
Discoectomy. He's having a discoectomy.
I'm out of his life.
Okay.
He's going to obviously miss the Masters, and he'll miss several weeks. Okay. Woods is only 3 PGA Tour wins away from Sam Snead's record of 82, and he's still 4 majors away from Jack Nicklaus's record of 18.
Thinking back 7 or 8 years ago, we thought he was a shoo-in to just obliterate this record. And, now I think it's quite in question that he ever will.
You know what's funny? In 2001, a veteran a veteran golf Hall of Fame writer wrote an article about Tiger Woods. And he says there are only 2 things that can stop him. Injury and a bad marriage.
Ooh, he's had
That's
both.
what he said in 2001, right?
He's had them both.
All right. First of all, the last time he won a major was in 2008. He won the U.S. Open in 2008. Remember, he had the knee problem?
Yeah.
And he still won the playoff.
He gutted it out.
Right. He hasn't won a major since his famous Thanksgiving meltdown in 2009.
Oh, that's when he
with his wife.
when his car found a fire hydrant or something. I don't know.
Still, by the way, the funniest Saturday Night Live bit I've seen in years was they were doing, I believe it was a Weekend Update segment, and they said, we're able to talk to Tiger Woods, and it was the kid from Kenan and Kel, right, and he's got a golf club through his head, like Steve Martin used to wear the arrow.
The arrow.
He had a golf guy, and he was all bruised, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be okay." And he kept ducking because he kept thinking his wife was gonna. That was a funny thing. Oh, you found the picture? Oh. Let's take a look at this. This is a picture of Bruce and his brother that's circled up there. This is Tiger Woods. This is at the 2002.
U.S. Open. That was the inside cover.
Tiger is Tiger is putting on the green, and there is Mr. B and his brother Peter sitting in the audience. At least, anything could have happened when this picture was being taken. You could have been picking your nose.
I do that quite often, by the way.
You could have been going like this. There's many things that could have happened that day at the U.S. Open. So, but that was in Newsday. That was a picture in Newsday.
That's right.
So that's in the National Archives, by the way.
There you go.
And
I'm a celebrity, Disco. What do you want me to say?
Do you know how many times I've seen pictures of there's that famous picture I have in my wall at office of Bobby Nystrom when he scored the overtime goal.
Yeah.
And right after he scored the goal, he was right up against the glass, and there were people cheering right behind him, and I said, "Wow, could you imagine being that guy?"
Yeah, that would be unbelievable.
Because you're in that picture for life. That's like an iconic picture. And there you are.
But can't you? But you could probably Photoshop something like that in now.
But that's not. You don't have to.
That's right. That's right.
Because you were there.
I was there.
Okay. All righty. So Tiger Woods has. I'm going to read you.
So
the
bad marriage he's got down he's got that down pat.
So here's some of the things that have happened to Tiger Woods since he won. He ruptured an ACL in 2007 and had ACL surgery in 2008. A stress fracture in his tibia in 2008. A torn Achilles in his right heel 2008, and he re-injured it in 2009. A left strain in his Achilles strain in 2011. He re-injured the Achilles in 2012. He has a sprained elbow. Now he's doing back surgery.
I think somebody's got a voodoo doll out of him. That's what I think is going on. Probably his ex-wife, as a matter of fact.
The other thing is, and no one's even broached this subject, but he seems to be a guy. If he were a baseball player and he were breaking down, now again, a lot of guys start breaking down in these 4 or 5 years.
So you're wondering, but you're gonna.
I think he was doing steroids.
Could be.
I think that I think that if you look at what he's accomplished, and how he was just so much better than the rest of the field. I would like to know when the PGA began testing, random drug testing, because they probably didn't think it was necessary.
Right.
You know? Again, I don't have any evidence, okay? The same thing with Barry Bonds. They didn't have any evidence other than the fact that his head is growing bigger than the rest of his body.
And his balls, his onions were getting smaller.
His onions were getting smaller. Right? Remember, there was
That's right.
There was a meter.
Yep. If
There was a
Christine was here,
meter.
she would remember the name of the
Christina,
device they used
there is a special
to
device. Anyway,
measure displacement.
You know who the happiest person in the world is with this Tiger Woods thing? Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
Jack Nicholas.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
I'm sure he'd be happy. I'm sure he's happy too.
Jack Nicholson could care less than Tiger Woods.
All right.
He won't be going to see my movies anymore. But anyway.
So I think we have Timmy the Trotter on the phone here.
Timmy, you there?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Timmy,
Tim,
what's happening,
how are
man?
you?
Good, doing great.
So I bet you have a smile on your face because of what's been happening with the Mets the last 2 days. It's amazing how we can go from the utter depths of Thursday afternoon to yesterday afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable.
You know, I was at work.
It's been a roller coaster season so far.
You know, at Friday, so I was at work, you know, and you're just having casual conversations. Somebody said, "How you doing?" How I says, "It sucks." I says, "I know that this shouldn't affect my demeanor for the day." I said, "But it does. It really does."
Yeah, of course.
We were 0-3, and then we had an exciting win. Lucas Doda hit 2 home runs Friday night. And then last night, or yesterday afternoon, Ike Davis comes off the bench and hits a pinch grand slam at the bottom of the ninth, and the Mets go on to win 6-3.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that's
Going
good.
for the sweep today.
2 and 3, not bad.
Yeah.
We could be 3 and 2 after that first debacle.
Right. They played bad in the middle 2 games.
Yeah.
But you know what I thought was really interesting about yesterday? Obviously, Davis hitting that home run.
Yeah.
But I really felt for him because the day before, the Mets announced that Lucas Duda was going to be their regular first
And then he
baseman.
goes out and he strikes out 3 times yesterday.
Right?
too,
And then
you know?
he hits 2 home runs on Friday.
Yeah.
So how is Ike Davis feeling? You know, first of all,
He's not feeling loved.
Yeah, I don't know if he's high-fiving.
This is like Mark Sanchez is what this is, you know.
I don't know if he's high-fiving Duda when he comes back on the second home run, right?
Yeah.
But then now you got bases loaded. You're down 3-2, and he took the first pitch for a strike.
And there was no out, right?
No outs.
No out.
So he knows all he has to do is
make
hit
some
a fly
contact.
ball,
Yeah.
make contact. What pressure was on him to do that? And not only does he deliver, but he hits a freaking grand slam. It's the first pinch hit, walk-off grand slam the Mets have had since 1986.
Really?
Which, by the way, they started that year 2-3.
Huh.
Yeah. Hey, that shot yesterday was no cheap shot either.
No.
No, it was a tremendous shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, he's going to start today, I'm pretty sure. They said.
Well,
That's what they
Terry
said. He was
Collins-
going to get 1 start this weekend anyway.
Terry Collins says he told him on Thursday that Duda was going to be the first baseman, but that he would be playing every 2 days, every 3 days, just to keep sharp, but that his day was going to be Sunday. So he knew that going in.
He's got nobody to blame but himself for the situation. They wanted him to have the job for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And he did nothing to help himself get it.
You're right. They bent over backwards for him.
Now, going off on a little bit of a tangent, because I think there was a play in the game where the challenge came into play, right?
Ninth inning?
And
In the
there's
ninth
been a
inning.
few. I think the Yankee game Friday night, you know, so these challenge things are all over the place, man.
Yeah.
In the Met game, again, the challenge was Lagares had walked.
This is in the ninth
lead off
inning.
In the
Yeah.
ninth inning, down by a run.
Yeah.
Lagares leads off. I forget. I think it was Eric Young Jr. tried to bunt him over. Bunt went right back to the pitcher. Pitcher threw to second. They called him out, but he was safe. It was obviously safe. Terry Collins came out to argue. They challenged, although they don't have to.
Yeah.
Because in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, the umpire can ask for a review, and they ruled him safe. You know,
Well, you see the way they do it, but it's a little easier than in football because what happens is you can go out and argue for a second, and before, like in football, they run another play quick because they don't want the other team to challenge. But in baseball, they have a guy on their own team looking upstairs. They call down onto the phone, and the coach will give him the thumbs up or the thumbs down to the bat, and then he'll challenge or not challenge. So they got it easier. They know pretty much if it's going to be right or wrong.
Yeah.
Where in football, it's tough to get it done, to get it right a lot of times.
Now, what can they challenge? I don't remember what the rule was.
They can challenge virtually anything except
the striker or ball?
The neighborhood play at second can't be challenged.
They can challenge those type of things. They can't challenge the play at second base.
No, can't challenge
the neighborhood play.
They can't
Because I'll tell you what, I
challenge
watched
the
the game Friday night, and they were showing, and you could see that the Met was no place close to second base, and they made a double play,
Yeah. You know what? I say next week, let's spend some time with instant replay next week.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
Jimmy had called me Friday night telling me about the Yankee game, and I think there was even something that happened yesterday with the non-collision rule, too. Which
there was the non-collision rule at home plate.
Yep.
In the Yankee game, they had a play where on the third out, they called him safe at first. Toronto was walking off the field, thought they had the third out. They called him safe, you have to come back. The pitcher loses his focus.
Sure. Well, I was saying a couple weeks ago that what I've been reading about the Tampa Bay Rays is basically they'll go for a fourth out if they got a chance. Because, if the third out gets, nullified, I still tag the guy out. The guy ran at third base, I tagged him, man. It's over, Okay,
one more baseball thing I want to say.
Yeah.
It is the first time since 1990 that the Yankees have gone 5 games into the season without hitting a home run.
Wow.
And the Mets have 7 of them.
Yeah, Granderson hit one also.
Yeah, and you know what? That to me is one of my favorite things is that Granderson is starting to hit.
Yep, starting to get
you've been posting something every day on Facebook. And you were down on Granderson a few days ago.
He was 0 for 9, and 0 for 9 with
5 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts, whatever it was.
Yeah, but they'll get going.
All right, so let's talk about what do we got? How much time we got left here? We got enough? We got time. We're in good shape. The Knicks.
Yeah, they're not in right now, though, are
They're
they?
still not in. If the season ended today, they're not in. Oh, my God. Losing to Washington?
Yeah.
Well, and they killed the Nets the other night, man, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Nets are a playoff team. So
I know, and I thought the Nets were going to step on them, and I said, the Knicks season is over. And all of a sudden, the Knicks are still relevant,
The Knicks final, I think, they have 6 games left?
Yeah, they're going to play the Heat. They're going to play Toronto.
Every team that they play for the last 6 games are all above them in the standings.
Yeah. And Carmelo's hurt.
Yeah.
That's why he only had 10 points the other day. That wasn't in a nutshell. His shoulder was bothering him.
I saw the boss made a comment that he likes their energy, is what the new boss,
I don't think they're going to make it.
I don't think so either.
Did you see what the general manager of the Atlanta Falcons said? Not Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks said?
No.
They didn't want to make it.
Yeah, he says, it's not our priority. Our priority is to get better.
Yeah.
So, they're playing very bad non-playoff teams at the end of the year. They play in Cleveland, Detroit, Boston, Milwaukee. Milwaukee won 14 games the whole year.
Wow.
Milwaukee's won 14 games.
Hey, did you hear the odds at the over and under at Vegas on the Philadelphia 76ers? I think it was 16 to 17, whatever they got now. They won, and they had 16. They need one more win in the last 28 games.
Jeez.
and they're still, right now they're one win away from it. If you had them, you thought you were in like Flint. They need one more win to get to. I think it was 16 to 17.
Really, that was what
That's unbelievable.
Wait, you know what? I would have jumped on that. I don't care
sure.
how bad you are.
And they were one win away when it was 28 games ago.
Oh my
They
goodness.
still haven't. They got the one win a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they're
still one away.
What they lose? 26 straight or 24 straight?
Something like that. It's a big and a bad number.
Yeah,
26 straight.
One win. They need one. I think it was. I don't know if they got 16 now and they need 17 to get the over and under, or it's 17 to get to 18. But they've been one win away for like 26 games. They need like 2 wins in 26 games.
Well, now here's the other thing.
They're gonna get it.
Atlanta is ahead of them, but Atlanta has played 2 less games. Okay.
2 games in hand.
The Knicks are playing only 2 games the whole week. They're playing Miami on Sunday, and then they're playing Toronto on Friday. That's it for the whole week.
I don't see the Knicks making it. I really don't.
They got to go to. They're playing Chicago at home. They got to go back to they're going to play the Nets, but in Brooklyn. on Tuesday, and then Wednesday home to Toronto, and that's the end of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, first of all, they don't deserve it, period.
No, they don't. And
Oh,
you know
you
what?
know-
They keep saying, oh, the Knicks are going to be a tough team if they make the playoffs.
They're tougher guys.
They're not going to be a tough
Beat
team.
anybody.
Who they
I
gonna
think that was Phil Jackson saying that because he likes the fact that Stoudemire is playing pretty well, and I guess J.R. Smith was playing pretty well too until I guess
Miami, I think they play Miami next, don't they, today or tomorrow?
Yeah, today they play Miami.
Yeah, Miami lost. They're going to be so mad they lost that last game.
Yeah.
Miami's going to kill them today.
All right, let's. We were 1 for 4 last week.
Okay.
You're not having a miserable year, but you're not having a good year so far. We're
That's
down
all right. It's
to,
early in the season. It's early in the year.
season. All right. So what do we got this week?
Okay. All right. We're going to start off at Monticello on Monday, race 3. We're going to take the 3, 4, 6 box.
Okay.
Tuesday at Monticello and race 2. We're going to box at 3, 6, and 8. We're going to look for the 8 to get in there.
Okay.
Bar Yonkers plays on Tuesday in race 5. We're going to box at 3, 5, 6.
Okay.
And back at Monty on Wednesday in race 3. We're going to box at 2, 3, 5.
2, 3, 5. So every pick has got a 3 in it this week.
Yeah.
Fun with numbers.
Yeah, phone numbers.
All righty, man.
Yeah. And anybody out there betting, load up on the Red Sox today. They're not going to lose 3 in a row.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
They Milwaukee at 16. I mean, Milwaukee, right? I think they played
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
I actually took R.A. Dickey yesterday against the Yankees. That
All
was-
right, Dickey pitched pretty good yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah. I took him yesterday. That was
And
very
Jose
enjoyable.
Reyes has a hamstring problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well-
that was a really good move when the Mets got rid of him. You know.
Yeah, he just can't stay sound. He can't.
I'm still happy over that. Although I'd take him over Ruben Tejada still.
You know, you would have laid out all that money for him,
Yep.
and you're going to get half a year production is what he's worth. You know, that's all he gets to play anymore. It's a shame. A player like that, you know, an electric player like that, he just can't stay on the field.
All righty. What are you going to do? All right, Timmy, we'll talk next week. Listen,
All right. You guys
next
are
week,
good.
wait, all right, well, we have to talk because we're moving to Saturdays now, so we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All righty.
All right, guys, be well.
See you
You
next
too.
week.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye. All righty, that is Timmy the Trotter, who has no idea we're moving to Saturdays.
You didn't give him. You didn't get the
No,
message.
He didn't get the email.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know if he's going to be available on Saturdays. I think he works on Saturdays. That might be tough. We might have had the last Timmy the Trotter without even knowing.
Speaking of which,
let's go on a break. We'll take a short break. We'll set up for Mr. B's song, which will be
the Rolling Stones.
the Rolling Stones. And it's the
last time.
apropos song. At least it's the last time for Sundays.
All right.
You watch the Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco here on InRadio.com. We will be right back. InRadio.com.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural,
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice, and we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
if you are new to this here program...
Hey, this is Gina Cotillo
wait a
from The
minute.
Gina Show.
Am I on, or is that Gina? Gina was sitting on top of my head there for a second. If you are new to this here program, this show is getting out of hand. If you are new to this here program, at the end of every show, Mr. B does a live song for us today. And today he's going to do the Rolling Stones, because this is going to be the last time that you'll see us on your Sunday morning. So hopefully you'll stay with us when we go to Saturday. But right now, Mr. B is going to entertain you for the next 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Something like that. Something like that. All right. We set? Okay. The last time, the Rolling Stones, as Disco said, the last time that we're doing a Sunday show, we'll be doing Saturdays at 10, starting next week. So here we go. But I told you once and I told you twice, you never listen to my advice. You don't try very hard to please me, but what you know, it should be easy. Well, this will be the last time. This will be the last time. Maybe last time, I don't know. Oh no. Sorry girl, but I can't stay feeling like I do today. Too much pain and too much sorrow. Yes, I'll feel the same tomorrow. And this will be the last time. This will be the last time. Maybe last time, I don't know. Oh no. Hey, can you? Well, I told you once and I told you twice, someone had to pay the price. There's a chance to change your mind, 'cause I'll be gone a long, long time. This will be the last time. This will be the last time. Baby, last time, I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, this will be the last time. That glory days will be on Sundays. Yeah, this will be the last time. This will be the last time.
Righty. Mr. B with the last time.
There you go.
I don't know.
Could be. This may be the last time.
Maybe the last time. We just don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You know, we might have the zombie apocalypse for all we know. We haven't talked about the zombie apocalypse for
In a
long
while.
time.
No.
You know, even though this is probably, I don't know, Matt, would you agree that this is probably the best show on radio? Okay. So this is probably the best show on radio, but you know, we do have other shows, and we don't get to talk about them enough because normally we're running out the door.
Yeah, that's right.
On Sundays. But on Monday nights, you know, we do have a racing show on, 5 On, 5 Off, which is NASCAR and Beyond with Joel Larson. Metal Maniacs is Monday night from 9 to 10. So we have 2 shows on Monday night. Right? That's a pretty good deal. What? That one?
Okay.
Oh, look, there's Mr. B right here. No, he's here. He's here. He's there. Alrighty. We have Beatles Across the Universe on Tuesday nights. We still have the Jackie Bond show. 6 to 7 on Tuesday. So on Tuesdays you get 2 shows. On Wednesday you get 2 shows. You get Gina in the morning from 11 to noon, and you get 2 Guys and the Chick with Chuck and Bonnie on Wednesday nights. After you get 3 shows, you get Nerdgasm from 10 to midnight. They get 2 hours. Wow. They get an hour and a half. Okay. And of course, on Friday night, you can watch the lovely and talented Matt Martin in or Out, pun intended. And that is from 6 to 7 or 6:30? 6 to 7. You can tell I've really updated my cards for a while. And of course, now on Saturdays, the new Saturday lineup will be the wonderful Glory Day show from 10 to 11. Then we have Code Red, Fantasy Baseball Code Red with the Admiral. And then, what's the other one? What's the next one?
Jackie Bonds.
Oh, Jackie Bonds. Jackie Bonds. Jackie Bonds got on twice?
No, he went from Tuesday to Saturday.
Oh, so he's not on Tuesday nights
The
anymore.
whole lineup shift going on in radio.
You know what? Just go to the website
There you
and
go.
look at the calendar. You're already on the computer, for Christ's sake. Right? You don't need me to tell you what shows to watch. But just watch this here program. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to say goodnight. I have to look this way to see you.
Yeah.
You want to play us out?
I guess.
All right, I'm going to do the closing thank yous. You can go back. You can play the same song if you want.
I will.
All righty. Thanks to our producer, Matt Martin, who can be seen every week right here on radio.com, in or out, pun intended, Friday nights from 6 to 7. And thanks to Ken Nielsen giving us a hand today. We really appreciate you guys getting up on a Sunday morning. As always, thanks to Timmy the Trotter for helping us out each and every week. And thanks again, Chuck and Bonnie, for putting up with this nonsense week after week. And thank you to our loyal listeners for putting up with us too, I guess. We enjoyed being here on Sunday mornings, but now we're going to be here on Saturday mornings. So don't forget, next week we move to Saturdays. So you don't have to wait a whole week to see us now. We'll be on 10 a.m. right before the Admiral, Mike Ferrara, and the gang from Fantasy Baseball Code Red. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and see you next Saturday. Or this Saturday.
Till we see you again next week on Saturday. This will be the last time. This will be the last time. Oh no.
In radio.